Broadcasting straight from the top, X-TowerFM, brought to you by your hosts, Sapphire Blaze, Juice BBA, and Beyblade X.
Get on, Beybladers. Beyblade X, another episode of X-TowerFM. I am gladly joined, I've missed these gentlemen a lot, by our co-hosts, Sapphire Blaze and Juice BBA. Hello, gentlemen. Yo. So, first thing up, we were talking about it a little bit a second ago. At the Toy Fair, they mentioned something about a World Championships. I didn't see or hear whatever the clip was, but how did it exactly come about?
Yes, New York Toy Fair.
New York Toy Fair, so...
Someone that was there, Hasbro rep told them about the deets, and then they announced it on Twitter.
Ah, okay, so it wasn't a Hasbro rep that made the announcement. Someone who was just running shit at the fair got told by someone from Hasbro that there'll be a Worlds, and just as like a blunder when they were talking about Beyblade X or something, they just mentioned it, and that's the clip that's gone like big on it. Or
well, it wasn't much of a blunder. They just outright stated it, but we were saying it shouldn't have been announced that way.
Okay, so it was... Okay, now I understand what's going on. All right, so yeah, just a big fuck up all around with someone saying something they weren't meant to yet. We didn't really have the, I guess, authority to make an announcement on something like that. Okay, because all I saw, I think, from that Toy Fair was like a video of someone who obviously has never played Beyblade in their life, like talking to someone about the Drop Attack Stadium. Like, that's the only clip I saw from what I assume is the Toy Fair.
Yeah, so why is the person who was at the Toy Fair, and obviously they know quite a bit about Beyblade. So it's good that we could get some actual insights into kind of the quite surprising things that we were kind of been like really close access to, which, you know, it's I think the big thing about this is Hasbro's getting all this info now before TT and like before they're even, you know, released in Japan or anyone's even like seen it in real life here. Like, people are going to these toy fairs and like being able to like physically pick them up and use them. And not only that, we've also had Hasbro's close relationship with like the Beyblade, like, and Zero getting his hands on like CX and Arc Wizard or Wizard Arc, whatever way around it is. Hasbro, and it's just weird that people are getting their hands on the Hasbro versions of the next generation before like Takara Tomy.
Yeah, it's that has been kind of surprising to me, and I do wonder if it's just TT are like, as long as you are keeping the products like 1-to-1 or whatever like this, then you're kind of in charge of your own release schedules and stuff like that, because like the waves from Hasbro are kind of disjointed in comparison to, like, say, how TTs are released alongside the manga, and like as new bays are introduced in that's when they come out, whereas the kind of like bay introduction for Hasbro hasn't really depended on that at all. It's just been, okay, here's this assortment of these bays, a mix of like, I don't know, mid to late releases when it was TT stuff, and then like they've gone back on like the second wave to like really early releases from TT are in there as well. And now like it sounds like CX is going to be launching almost simultaneously with TT, or even if it's not, they've had like a full deep dive reveal way before it's even on the shelves in Japan and across Asia. So yeah, it's kind of because at this point I've seen more of CX in Hasbro packaging than I have in TT packaging.
Yeah, the thing is
that's actually true. Yeah.
They want to catch up with TT's releases.
I mean,
so that's why they've skipped a fair few things.
If there's the Worlds, then they have to, right?
Yeah. This is public now. It comes out, all the stuff is dropping in June.
June, okay.
Or it should be June.
It's a 3-month gap. Here. Like, it's really closing up.
And that is closing up quite a lot. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Actually, just to confirm with you guys, what date is CX meant to be releasing? Is it mid-month or at the end of the month?
End of the month.
Oh, thank God then.
It's the end of this month, yeah.
Thank God.
It's
I don't know why.
March release. It's borderline April release because that's when everyone will get it.
I was checking all of my like incoming Beyblade mail, like tracking numbers earlier today, and I was checking my CX pre-orders, and I was like, has the date changed to the end of the month? Because like mine's meant to be like here within the first 2 days of release and stuff. And I was like, hang on, I thought it was mid-month in my head. I was like, has they delayed it by like nearly 2 weeks? I was like getting all like FOMO, like, oh no, what am I gonna do?
No, they're on the 29th. I think it's always 29th. It's just this month just jam packed with releases. Like,
yeah, man.
There's 3 different release days this month alone. At least, yeah, because you've got the Black Phoenix Wing was meant to be mid-March, but that actually got posted out close to the beginning of the month. And then we've got the 21st. Sorry, on the 21st, it's the 3-2-1 day.
Yeah,
the Beyblade Day, and that's when the 25th anniversary set's coming out. And then a week later is when we got CX and all the grips and all that coming out. So it's intense, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's. Oh, hang on. Are the grips on a different day to the other stuff?
The grips are the same day as CX.
Sorry.
And the gear case and the left winder launcher.
Yes. I actually want that left winder launcher now. I'm going to have to pick that shit up because I didn't pre-order it.
For it.
Yes.
Have you seen the light?
What's that?
Have you seen the light then?
Oh, seen the light. Oh, what, for Ripcord? No.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
The only reason I was thinking about it was last night because, so the videos I've got on my channel that probably get the most interaction with still are my 2 kind of like main channel videos on launch tech. So the one to get more power out of your string launcher, and the more recent one I did about launching your deck and stuff. And the most common comment I get is just, can you do this for Ripcord? 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 I was just thinking about it last night, and I was like, actually, I could do that for Ripcord.
Can I do this for Ripcord?
But I'll kind of want to wait until I get my hands on the left spin Ripcord launcher now, because like that's kind of important if you're going to be doing Ripcord launch tech, and like the most dominant combo in the format is a left spin combo, so it's kind of I
don't know what it's like in the US or Australia, but whenever I like AMAC or Beyblade X, like they're all winder launchers. They're all a winder, except for when they use Dragoon, and they have to switch to string.
I think
it's like 80% of people are using it there. Like here, it's more string dominant for the experienced players. But Asia Championships was pretty 50-50. I think other countries are still a bit split on which they prefer.
I think like there will be like a cultural thing, even if like smaller in the scope of like Beyblade, just because of like Hasbro releases and stuff. It's always been the let it rip and like the ripcord launches, and like that's the thing and stuff like that. Like there's very much even though for the most part it's like done in jest and it's very like light-hearted, it's like that idea of like, oh no, it's Beyblade, you gotta fucking let it rip, like use ripcords. And like the West, and people will joke about that and be like, nah, strings like lame, like use a ripcord and stuff. But I think for anyone who's like proper sweaty and competitive, like they just see the benefits in either. But as a general kind of thing, like people are just like, nah, ripcord, and you get that feeling, don't you? You get that immediate, like especially if you're like very much just like casual into play, like you just get that awesome like feedback feeling of the ripcord, like yanking out of the thing. Like that's like a very like satisfying like kind of rip feeling. So
yeah, but from the anime side, like over the years, a lot of the main characters would use string launchers. So like, and then even with Let It Rip, it was still a string launcher. So everyone would. And with Hasbro's launches were awful for burst.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue they're awful now.
Yeah, but like in terms of that, man, like I'm not even like, I probably should account for them. It's not like they're not part of the, but I wasn't even like thinking really to like, was it fucking burst even? Because like for burst, for me personally, pretty much all I used for that was string as well. but just like the memes that have been in society for the last 25 years of letting it rip, the rip thing, like the
Have you used a Proto launcher?
Proto launcher.
Never touched a Proto launcher.
Bro, I want a G3 using the Proto launcher and stock Drown Sword.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That's great.
I've used the Proto launcher a lot.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's fucking terrible. What are you on about?
No. It's not bad.
Design because of the lack of gear ratio. It free spins and your bay gets stuck on it. Like it.
Oh.
It's like
I haven't seen that.
It's very.
A few of the fellas here use it.
It's very and it's
done really well
and
with
it's
it.
minuscule. It's tiny.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Well, I want a fucking G3 with it, so I think I got past the skill issue of it. It's just,
was it a G1? Was it?
It was not a G1. No, I did not take it to a G1. You're correct. I should.
Yeah, well,
I can't
that's
speak on the topic of Proto launchers until I've won a G1 with them.
Look, man, a lot of the fellas here have done pretty well with it, especially with the Samurai Saber record.
Oh, on the Proto.
That sounds hilarious.
Extra little bit of rotation.
I think me and Ashley messed around on a stream using the Proto launcher and the Noozle Extreme Winder, because it's so tiny, man. You just like fearing for your fingers because as you're like pulling it through, it's like no. I've seen the STLs to get like 3D printed like holders for the Proto launchers. So
yeah, they have them too. Some of the guys in there.
Yeah, see, like
looking at a different one.
I played by the rules. I was at an official G3, man. You can't use unofficial non-products for your grips and stuff like that. I just had to.
I find that stupid. As long as it doesn't affect the performance.
It's a bit of an aside, actually, but just because you're talking about specifically that, as something I've thought about for a while. I spent a couple hours kind of compiling my first draft of Bega rules. It's my attempt at making a approachable format that is more like how TT runs stuff, but maybe more acceptable for Western audiences that play a bit differently to what we typically do here. But if any of the Bega Bladers that are tournament organizers hearing this now, I've put a post up in the Bega Chat Discord asking you to reply to that message, because I'm going to be in touch with some tournament organizers soon about maybe being a little guinea pig test sample for these rule sets at one of your events. But I won't go on to it too much now because I wanted the TOs about it first. But yeah, sorry, that was just a little aside while you reminded me of it. A little bit of shameless self promotion.
It's your channel.
How dare you promote your channel on your channel? Disgusting capitalist bullshit. The Toy Fair, nothing else was really revealed, was it? We got to see hands-on with the Drop Attack Stadium. We saw, the day after we saw, was it the unboxing of Wizard Arc from
Zero Burst.
Is that Australia or is it New Zealand?
Australia.
Okay, cool.
That was us.
Yeah, you can claim that one.
Zero, the Melbourne's pretty much like
Melbourne's only Baytuber.
The leader. Yeah, he's.
I don't think so.
Just a tournament organizer as well. And wait, what was that?
Isn't MBBC from Melbourne too?
Yeah, but Zero Burst has been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's. See, I didn't read this. The BBAN channel. It still is Zero's channel. I just didn't realize he changed it to make it for the main community type thing. But
that's very selfless.
Yeah, he put it up.
Our channel.
Was it Saturday? I think he dropped the video because we were at a tournament when he dropped it, so not all of us were watching it at the time. But oh wait, no, hang on. When did he drop the main news? That was the weekend before. When did the Toy Fair happen?
Bro, if I'm completely honest with you, this last fortnight is just amalgamated into one fucking mess in my brain. So I'm not going to be much help on that. But out of the stuff we did see, now that we've seen more of the parts for the CX stuff, I'm really liking the look of the assist blade on Perseus. That's looking
bumper?
bumper or something.
Bump.
Yeah, that's looking pretty thick. And now that we know Wizard Arc is like as heavy, well, heavier than Wizard Rod on average when it's all assembled, and if round looks like one of the maybe thinner, maybe lighter assist blades, then bump might be pretty significant. We haven't seen a weight for Perseus, have we? Not to my knowledge.
Not yet.
I think that's the only one we've not seen a weight for yet.
Have we seen the weight for Dran Brave, have we?
I think so. I don't remember what it was though.
Damn.
I swear, like a while ago.
Very curious.
On that
Very curious on that.
I don't think only Arc at the moment.
Arc personally.
I thought there was
And
like
Fox, yeah.
I don't know. I thought I saw a leak somewhere of someone who had the weight of it.
You're gonna have to make a prediction video on Dran Brave's weight.
Anyway, it just seemed very. I think it was, as far as I aware, it was like very average, like 30. I don't want to say what it was. Average.
We got good of Reaper as well.
Yes, that's
crazy. We haven't even got packaging for that in.
This Beyblade looks good. This Beyblade looks good. Sick. I like the look of Reaper a lot, and the kind of like hexa low taper thing that is coming out as well. Like that's right up my cup of tea, mate. Right up my cup of tea. I'll be labbing with that for sure.
I don't know if it's public or not, but apparently the blade can be flipped.
Oh shit!
I don't know if that was
no. Well, no, they announced in the Beyblade X magazine that came out that there is a mode changeability. So I think it's I mean, it's like, well, the only thing it could be is that you could flip the assist blade,
or it has
auxiliary blade,
or they embrace the hammer mold and it's a dual spin bay.
I don't think so.
I mean, this looks like it can go both. Like in its design, it looks like it can hit left and to right, and then right is more of a got more jagged.
It's a Beyblade.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but it's definitely got me like excited about the release. Even if it ends up being trash, it looks cool. It looks cool. I think the Hell's Reaper, like the whole thing together, looks pretty fucking sick. To be honest, it's very cool aesthetic. So nice. To be honest, the Hell's Blades have had a cool aesthetic anyway, but yeah, as far as, you know, like we talked about it before, the original Persona Bays, sword, scythe, and arrow and stuff, and these new ones kind of like very much echoing those original designs, but with the CX system. Like Reaper is like taking that like boxiness of like scythe and just like fucking turned it up to 11. It looks very cool in my opinion. Very what's that?
Since TT's is a random booster, we're gonna.
Oh yeah, that's the bit where I'm salty. I'm like, damn, like, because I just know.
Yeah, I
just know I'm only gonna be able to pre-order like 5 of the things, and I'm gonna be like so pissed if I get like everything else but that.
Oh, I know, right? But there'll be a recolor, so you know, maybe it'll be.
I hope it's blue,
nice recolored version,
so they can continue on the blue line.
That would be cool.
Some way.
That would be cool, but the coolest Hell Scythe recolor, in my opinion, is still the random booster one. Yeah, the green one from the Shark Edge one. So if we had
I'm not mad about a green one either. Yeah.
Yeah, a Reaper with that color.
I'd take a green. Yeah. Sure.
Like I think it would look pretty cool. Although blue would be nice because that means we'd get that like taper. Like what's it? K something.
It's K. We still don't know what it's called. People
still don't know what it is.
Carrot, but.
We've already got a carrot bay.
Yeah. Yeah, is this Hell's Reaper orange or red to you, Juice?
Fuck off. It's red. The auxiliary blade looks pink in this image, but it's probably not pink.
I was going to say, bro's probably going to say like purple to me or something instead of like red or orange.
Okay,
like,
in one image it's red, the other image it's pink. It's just lighting on my TV.
Yeah.
Totally.
Color the dress.
Regardless.
I wanted to bring up that stickers that we all thought were stickers. They're not stickers.
They are. There. They are just on there.
They're printed on. I think it's been confirmed.
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick.
That's perfect. I hate stickers.
Which is great.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of them. Now I'm like in my 30s. I don't want to fucking fiddle around with them. Like, you know, like if I'm like
completely agree. Completely agree.
There's also a weird thing with on the Courage Drawn, which is a brave or Drawn brave, but
Yeah, you can cut that shit out.
in the image in the background has a red print on it instead of a blue. So it's probably just a simple mistake, or like everyone was confused.
Hasbro exclusive drop. New Hasbro exclusive.
Because Illinak brought it up as well in his video that it's red on the box, while on the blade it's a blue and white print.
May have just been a last minute change to the final design.
Yeah.
America won't allow a Beyblade unless it's red, white, and blue.
America, dude, they were so salty. I hate Americans. What a passion. Well, if you're American,
Hot take of the podcast.
Your people suck. Australia, like Zero announced and revealed the CX Wizard arc. Everyone lost their minds, like saying it's fake. That some random dude in a country that doesn't exist announced this. This is bullshit. Like, you're a loser.
Yeah, but America's the only country in the world, dude. You gotta remember that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Fuck, of course.
What the fuck is Australia?
We don't exist. Yeah, some tiny island in the middle of buck nowhere.
I mean,
just losing Facebook, just having a sook about it. And then everyone's like, "Oh, when this happened, everyone's like, well, what about now? Like, is it fake now? You stupid."
Oh no, now it's on American soil, and it's been rightfully discovered.
Right. Oh, look, the Toy Fair announced it. Yes.
Now it's freedom.
No one else. Other things from the Toy Fair, we got the UX stuff like Shadow Shinobi, Wand Wizard, the green. We already knew about that, but like we still got more.
Blue Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah,
in a booster
yes, Blue Phoenix
or something?
booster. Yes, sir.
Mold 3
yes,
Blue
sir.
Phoenix. There we go.
Oh, is it the same combo, like 580 Hexa?
Yeah.
Lol.
It's just that booster. Normal Dranza, Blue Dranza, and Drago.
Oh,
all you false nerds. Trigger.
Trigger.
So what's the packaging for look like? Have they done anything different for the crossover stuff, or is it just the little bubbly let it rip packaging like most of the Hasbro stuff?
It looks like it's still packaging, but
okay, cool.
With a black background.
Yeah,
let me grab my Dranza package.
I mean, I've got the Hasbro Dranza like from before, and it's kind of like.
Hang on, now it's a little bit different.
It's like the old Hasbro style kind of like RBs from back in the day.
Have you seen the image?
A bit different.
Or do you want me to go find it?
No, I haven't seen the image at all. I haven't seen anything for
I'll go find it.
For Drager Slash. Battle on Dranzer.
But god damn it! You son of a
Hit the line.
He steals everything. He can't keep getting away with it.
So 1CX. Oh yeah, sorry. Before I say that, okay, yeah, cool. So it's the
it's pretty cool packaging.
Yeah, no, it's got that. Actually, no, I was gonna say it's got that old school kind of like design. It has in the sense that it's just like a picture of it plastered on the front with the with its user. Got that kind of like the X. What would you even call those? Like the
print? Grey winder for the Proto launcher too.
That's kind of cool.
Oh,
I kind of want that now. I want that now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Screw the Dragon Winder.
Damn, I need a grey fucking Proto winder. Shit.
Oh, if they release
mad how something stupid like that just has an effect on you.
Sad.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'll say if they release Dragoon and it doesn't come with a Dragon Winder, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
A Dragon Proto Winder. Oh my god. It's Proto Winder. No, it's slightly longer than a Proto Winder, but it's got the dragon like grip. Oh my god.
It's like regular.
Please, Hasbro, please. Oh my god. If I could have anything on my wish list, it wouldn't be like a Tripio, it wouldn't be like a Trigger V2 or any of like that, or like a Zeus. Just give me a Dragon Proto Winder.
If Hasbro picked up
the dumbest shit ever
and finished Tripio because they realized, it can be done. Oh my god, I wish.
That's sad.
Well, no, if we get a from Hasbro, it's just going to be a Wizard Rod retool.
I'll take it.
And by the way,
rods on your deck.
By the way, like I remember talking about it like forever ago on some live stream or whatever when we were going on about retools for Hasbro, but we're going to get a bunch of Wizard Rod retools from them at some point. So you Hasbro players are going to be able to just run like triple rod, and then you're going to be getting.
I don't think they will.
goon
I
retools.
think they know. They're like,
Nah, bro. Hasbro don't know shit. They're gonna release like a Wizard Rod like retool as part of like I don't know, like another Disney like Moana collaboration. Like
I mean, we're getting a Shelter Drake retool before a Rod retool with Gill Shark.
yeah.
that's mad. I love that though. I think
Insane.
that's great.
Time
It
for old
looks
Gil to
so
shine.
cool. I like it. I
Yeah.
like the little guy.
I like it.
It looks
I
cool.
wanna
It
get
does
that.
look cool. It does look cool, and I think the shelter blade shape is cool anyway. And
It looks very plain as well, which is I like that part about it. It just
Yeah.
looks like a classic blade. That's about it. No real
Is-
design to it.
Isn't
Bright
the
iron, green chip.
on the Jurassic World ones, one of them is beat Tyranno again?
yeah,
Yeah,
That's- that's
it's
it.
not even a retool. It's just Tyranno beat, but a different T-Rex.
If it ain't
Technically,
broke.
you could use it, right? You could use.
No, because it's still Tyranno. You
Oh,
wouldn't
so
be able to use
the
it.
name on the box is
Really?
Tyranno Beat.
It's not though. It's a different name. It's
No, it's
It's-
just T-Rex, but like,
T-Rexo
are you
Beat.
sure
So
they'd
surely-
allow that?
I think they would because the name is different, and I think
Lol.
that's the rule. As long as the name is different, then you can use it.
Okay,
Wrecked.
so I'm more
I mean,
for it
I'm
than
sure we'll
more
have local
Tyrannos.
rules, but
Right. Yeah, I
like,
thought
to
we'd
be honest,
be
I
able to
didn't
use
see
it as
many people
well.
using more than one Tyranno in a deck anyway, unless they're going for like a dinosaur themed deck.
No, yeah. With
Which I
Tyranno,
think
Tyranno,
with the kind
Tyranno
of
Beat,
autism
Hulk.
that Beyblade attracts, that would definitely be a very popular deck build. Is all dinosaurs.
Yeah, even that. I mean, yeah, a lot of people, yeah, they love their.
Fuck
fucking
me if they
dinosaurs,
did
but
a
just
Thomas the Tank Engine and Train collaboration. They'd be like nothing but
Oh,
train decks.
bring that into reality.
Just trains and dinosaurs everywhere you go.
I'm surprised they haven't dropped
I'd
any
actually
more.
love that.
And they'd all be using Ripcord.
No, they. Oh no, they have new Transformers one, but they've got new Star Wars ones, right?
Yes, which I'm so keen for. It's my boy.
Yeah, what is it? They done a
Obi-Wan.
Kenobi and Grievous. Hello there.
Yeah, Grievous, and it's Rhino Horn again, but it looks
Kenobi.
cool.
Yes.
Hello there.
Bro, I
And
nearly
everyone
went
is,
all bears,
Night
no
Lance,
gas.
But it looks everyone's Night Lance, but it looks thicker. It doesn't look like Night Lance.
Thick lance. That's what you want.
Thick Lance. There you go.
And
Wheel.
back to the dinosaurs real quick. So you could run Tyranno Beat, Red Hulk, and if it's allowed, this T-Rex. Because like the T-Rex, it's exactly the same blade. It's not. There's no retool about it. It's just Tyranno's blade, but with a different
Right.
name.
I mean, I think
I mean,
I have to like if they're not going to run it in the same deck, they have to write a specific rule for just that situation then for just those
Yeah.
blades, because otherwise every other retool would be allowed to be used with a different name. Like, and it's very finicky and awkward to like roll out. Oh, you can use these retools with a different name, but you can't use this one that has a different name because it's actually the same design. We just changed it of it anyway because it looked better on the box with the branding. It's like it's just
I
good.
agree. Yeah,
This is another
definitely.
one of those things where I'm just like Hasbro are purely treating this as like a kid's toy and a collector's like item because like otherwise they wouldn't do shit like that if the actual gameplay and tournament aspect, competitive play mattered to them in any sort of way. They'd be like, hang on, this might be a bit fucking stupid and awkward for people who are playing in tournaments. Maybe we just call it something else or just call it the same thing if we're not going to change it at all. This Tyrannosaur Bay could probably get away with being called Tyranno Beat on the box.
Like we don't know the anything. It might have been like internally nerfed or like the blade itself might be completely different underneath.
Just
we don't
hollow.
know, yeah.
Just hollow fucking
say that.
Beyblade.
Hollow.
I hope so. I hope there's
Don't
like
say
some
that.
kind of retooling that's gone on with it, because otherwise
The-
it's just proper stupid, like irredeemably stupid.
The most dinosaur. I don't know its full name. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it right now. But it's a Sphinx cow retool. It's got a nice aqua blue coloring to it.
Isn't
looks
it like a
really nice.
Triceratops or something, or is that something else?
That's a different one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Sphinx.
Triceratops.
What's that?
I was like, I wonder if they'll actually buff it, the original Sphinx cow.
I mean, it's hard to debuff
A
it.
lot of
Really.
people are.
Yeah, the Triceratops hasn't been released yet from any from Hasbro or TT.
Yeah, fair.
Triceratops, is that the one that's meant to be left spin?
Apparently, yes. But I don't
Oh.
know if that's something. See, that one going around, so that's public, so we can
The
talk about that. But I
Goon,
don't
the
know if
Goon
that's
re
yeah,
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah, I've seen an image.
Well, it's got to be Goon, right? Because they're all
It's
It's
BL
gotta
gotta
be,
in
be
there.
Goon. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be El Drago.
Old Drago.
You're not a retool crossover base, I don't think.
Oh, there's 2 El Dragos anyway, right? So
I still only have
Uh,
one, but 2 copies of the same one.
you? Oh,
that's
Spinosaurus
terrible.
is
I
just
have
Oh,
a
Spinosaurus.
recolor of Raw Tyranno. So it's the same blade, just different color. But different name, so then would you
Again,
still...
you could have
I guess
so
three
have
Phoenix,
Wing, Raw Tyranno, and Spinosaurus.
Rotorano, yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I guess it just comes down to like the tournament organizers from, I guess, like for me, for our area, about you.
Well, that's the
too.
thing, because like, what I'm really concerned about is like tournament organizers running their own thing. Say it's like unofficial organization, like a WBO or whatever. They can have whatever ruling they want, and it's
Yeah.
easy for that community. But I'm talking about something ran officially by Hasbro. Like, what would the ruling be? Like, oh, you can use any blade with a different name other than these ones because they're the same, but just don't use
Right, yeah.
like that's what I'm talking about, it being awkward. Like WBO, whoever else and stuff like that, it's easy. You're just like, yeah, we're not fucking stupid. We can tell that these are the same. Don't use them both in your same deck, and that would just be a rule for those tournaments. But just as like a blanket rule from Hasbro, like how
Yeah,
the fuck do they
Hasbro
word it?
doesn't even have an official ruling yet, do they?
I don't know, mate. Like, honestly, I don't see anything about competitive from Hasbro at all.
Might not be in English, but there might be in Spanish because they did have the Spanish
Oh.
national championships. So if
Okay.
anyone speaks Spanish and knows of the official
Spanish
rulings for that,
language
let us know.
news.
I think was it their Instagram account? There was a video of like Hasbro dropped a competitive combo video. Only one of the combos was competitive. The rest were just like random dog shit. Just random like parts put together.
Good
Like,
old
what are you talking
Hasbro.
about?
Sounds like the American method to me.
Damn.
Quetzalcoatl, but it's
Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzalcoatless. That is
Make yourself a damn
recolor of-
quesadilla.
It's the recolor of
Gosh.
Terra Swing or Talon Terra.
Neck. Is it bleeding?
Terra Swing.
Is that based on Viper Tail?
Yeah.
Has to be. It's
I
like
don't
the
have a Viper
favorite
tail.
bait to retool, isn't it? For a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Hang on. Just going back to CX, the only like new part we've seen was the final like full Fox Gear Rush reveal, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, Gear Rush. What do we think about Gear Rush? Do you think it's going to be actually something usable, or is it just going to be like too crazy like the other attack gear pieces?
I think it is going to be better than something like a Gear Flat. I'm hoping it's somewhat utility of like low rush, but maybe the width that you'll get from the gears will help it with LAD, so it might last as long as like the ideal for me would be it plays like low rush but has closer to the stamina of regular rush. Like that would be a very usable place for it to be. My expectations aren't that. I think it will probably play out more like what you might Gear low flat would do. Like it'll be super fast and then will just be gassed like very quickly. But if it's got more stamina than like low flat even, then I think it'll be sure. But I just, you know what it's like whenever you use the gear bits and you fucking have any tilt, they just scrape and it kills stamina so quickly. Like if it's nicer to launch than gear flat, because like for me at least, like I can do all the technical launches and stuff that I do with gear flat, but it's not as pleasant. It feels like a bit more forced, whereas something like a low rush is a very nice bit to like launch on. Like it just seems to line up with how my brain visualizes like the contact on the stadium floor and how I want it to move and stuff. So if it can be closer to that, then at least I think you'll still be able to pull off some nice shit with it. But yeah, I mean, the gear bits, man, like history tells us they're very unreliable. Like they have their niche uses, they can get wins, they're not necessarily all bad. I think the most used one would be Gear Point out of all of them. That has that kind of like almost defensive counter hit utility to it. But yeah, I just find that the stamina goes on them too quickly. There's not enough payoff for that stamina loss for me. But yeah, what do you guys think on it? Because again, we've only seen like, was it like a couple shit quality images?
No, I agree. I it can live up to the name that Rush has presented itself with. You know, Rush and Low Rush are up there as the best bits in the game at the moment. I'm hoping it's at least better. It's got to be. I'm hoping it's better than the rest of the gears, because like you said, like Gear Point is probably the best out of them. Gear Ball just never gets brought up in conversation.
Good reason.
Yeah,
It's just,
I mean,
yeah,
bro, it's
good reason.
I mean, it's not as bad as Gear Needle, but like, bro,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
I
Gear
still, well, yeah, I still see we got some janky combos sometimes at our locals. I still see Gear Ball and Gear Needle on like a weekly basis. Like Gear Point, I see a lot, but not as much Gear Flat. But Gear Flat,
Needle Rock.
yeah, I've seen that. Flat had a resurgence when they did the B4 release of Shark Edge. That had a bit of a resurgence then, but that's ancient history now. Yeah, I don't know. Like they have to complete the line of gear stuff, I guess. I mean, they don't have to. It's not like anyone's holding a gun to their head to do it, but just for the sake of tidying up their like releases and lines, and I don't know. It's like whenever you're coming up with anything, it's like I've made an archetype. I'm just gonna fucking fill that out. That'll be like my ideas for the next bunch of releases done easy. I've made my quota. Like, I've been doing it.
What do you think? All right, so they need to make another gear bit after this. What one do they make, or what's your dream gear version?
I want to see.
It doesn't have to be usable, just because you're gonna be funny.
I don't think it would be possible.
Or usable.
But how would they do Gear Cyclone? How would that work?
It wouldn't work. It just falls over.
The geometry.
I was thinking how they do gear under. I was thinking gear under needle. How do they do that?
I don't know. I don't know if they would, because under is like another archetype, I guess. Because they might do like under flat or under.
Like I would like to see them do. Like when they did gear needle, it was basically gear and then a normal point bottom. But I want to see like a point that's made from the gear.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I make this not quite as shit as the concept actually is. What can we do to mitigate it just a little bit? And they just put that tiny little nub at the bottom. You're like, that bit can be smooth. Like, but if any other part of the bit touches the stadium, you lose.
Seems fair, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if I'll make predictions on the next gear bits we see, because if I'm honest, I don't really want to see any more gear bits. I'm fine with
That's
Gear
fair.
Rush being the last one in the archetype.
Right. I agree.
We don't need Gear Orb. We don't. Like, I'm pretty certain we don't need Gear Orb.
More under bits. Under needle is fantastic. I love
Under Needle's cool. Although, like, in the weeks since its release, like, I'm still seeing its weakness, which shouldn't be its weakness for a defense bit, is against attack types. Like, it's winning against the stamina types, it's winning against, like, some zombies, like the goon stuff, and a lot of the time as well. And, I mean, later game, the sticking power seems to kick in a little bit more, but fuck me, I feel like early on in a match, that thing is easy to throw around the stadium right now. Like, Nanashi did really well with it in his deck at the weekend, when he would get the picks against... it was Rod 960 under needle. So it was doing great in Rod mirror matches. It was doing great in the goon matchups and stuff like that. But attack types just threw it around, and not necessarily even like particularly like good like combos. Like even niche ones like Buster on like Gear Point or something like that was like throwing it around.
How was he launching it?
So he was mainly launching from the X side on the day. So he was going between either doing a reverse X, or if we have a kind of like stamina type matchup, what we normally do is we try and pin it to the center and do like the smoothest, strongest, most level launch we can, so it just has as much stamina as possible.
Yeah,
And
Japan's doing it quite differently.
Yeah.
They're going like hard angle, as much angle as you can do without it like scraping all over the place.
I've seen that, man, and
it's so impressive. Like,
yeah,
and the people who can do it well absolutely destroy.
yeah, because
it's mad.
it is the defensive rush launch that I love from like Bakuten shoot days. Defense is like my favorite like archetype because I loved playing like a combo I could fucking launch hard as fuck to try and get that early KO and then still have enough stamina to either sometimes get your spin finish but be able to hit KOs later on. Like I love that about defense. It was like not even like static attack, it would be like early game like aggressive angled attack all around the stadium and then later on kind of shift to like that static counter attack like strategy, which I really like about playing defense. It's not something I've tried enough though with Underneedle because I just don't trust the burst resistance on it for those kinds of launches. Like it's one of those ones that I find from just hard impact bursts a lot, like just flies out the bottom. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to give it a go. I'm gonna have to like do it in like a testing stream, and I'll just like spend a moment just trying to do like some hard like rod launches, some hard underneedle ones. But yeah, so far I've been a bit too nervous about doing that. All right, Mr. Sapphire, what is it like being the owner of Black Phoenix Wing?
I feel very happy. It's a beautiful blade. Really, really nice. At the moment, I'm a bit too cautious about actually using it. But to be fair, like I said in my video, it's not my heaviest. So
yeah, I saw that.
For now, that's fine. Yeah, but like that's the thing. They were just doing this like, oh, we've got some, but they're one per person. So of course, people just buy like 10 of them, and they're sold out in like 15 minutes or something stupid like that. But it's a really nice, it's a really nice one. Yeah.
It must be
definitely mold 3.
Yeah.
38.86 grams, so it's got to be.
I haven't seen other people weighing theirs, but I imagine there's probably some variance with them going over 39.
I'm sure they're 39 because I mean I've seen Korokoro Phoenixes that are like the same weight as mine or the same weight as that or less. Yeah. So, but it's a really nice one, and it comes with. I mean, it's just another 960 as well. So.
Yeah, that's the thing I completely forgot about because, like, of course you're thinking about the Black Phoenix blade and stuff like that. And then when I watched your video, I was like, "Fuck, it's coming with the nicest 960 recolor." Damn, that's why I want it. Is the ratchet, not even the blade now.
Nice 960. It's like two amazing parts. What more could you ask for? But like I'm saying to people, don't go out and pay secondhand ridiculous prices because they're selling for like 4 times the price now that they were being sold for. Like I've seen them selling for over 10,000 yen they were selling for. They will be out for everyone. I think so you can get up to 3 of them. It's
gonna be over the counter soon, you know. Like I'm sure in Thailand and like the rest of Southeast Asia, it will just be like the other B4 exclusives and just be at the shop like everything else.
I don't know. Actually, let me know about that because as far as I'm aware, this is a Japan exclusive one. This is like basically a Korokoro thing. Okay. But they do have proper packaging for it. The only places it's being sold in person are at his concerts or on his website.
Okay.
That's the only 2 places they're officially being sold. So I mean, maybe it'll come around that they just like sell it in Asia. You know what? I think they're in like a few days' time. But you don't need a ticket to go buy the merch, apparently. I might look into it if I can be bothered.
It's going to be queues of fucking Beyblade nerds outside this concert, not going into the concert.
Absolutely, there will be.
And there'll be Sapphire there with his portable stadium. Just like...
Love bringing that around. It's great.
Gents, if you don't mind, before we wrap up, there is one thing I did want to talk about. This will be probably the official announcement for it because we haven't really talked about it on the channel at all. I haven't really had the opportunity to make much content other than for channel members recently, which I do apologize about. But I guess some bittersweet news for the channel. Nanashi is going to be moving away in 10 days time from recording this. I don't know. Oh, he doesn't know. We don't know how long for necessarily. He'll be moving back to the Philippines for a while. He has studies that he needs to finish, and once he's finished those, he might be coming back here. I think that is likely that he will be coming back to here. But we've talked a lot about it, and he does actually have some other hopes and ambitions where he might possibly be moving to either Malaysia for a bit or even to Florida. So some of our Beybladers there might get to battle him IRL. But all of these possibilities are probably like 6 months down the line. What I'm gonna hopefully do in the next few days, it's been hard because the reason there hasn't been as much content coming out on the channel recently is my training schedule is crazy at the moment and has been changed to very, very unsocial times because currently I'm training at a predominantly Muslim MMA gym, and it's Ramadan at the moment, so our training timetable has been like hugely affected by that to the fighters. So I'm keeping weird ass hours at the moment. Like I'm not Muslim myself. I'm not used to the Ramadan schedule, so it's a bit of a one to go through whilst like training, doing the family life stuff, and also like for me, and I think like the channel is like a big impactful thing not having Nanashi around. So I do want to do like a live stream or something for him before he's off. It'd be very, very cool if we have as many people join in for that, and maybe send him off in like a nice way. But I'm trying to hunt down information on Beyblade tournaments going on near where he'll be staying while he's in the Philippines. And again, like, not to dismiss Nanashi in any sort of way, but when he's gone, it doesn't mean that I won't still be doing battle streams and stuff like that. And I do have, it's crazy, but I do have the friends that play Beyblade or want to play Beyblade here and jump in on stuff. It's just Nanashi's been my boy, and he's probably
None can replace Nanashi.
Yeah, I know. Like for me,
Yeah.
he's a nightmare to up against in tournaments because like I teach him like all his shit that he got started with this, and he does so many rounds against me. He knows a lot of like how I want to be launching stuff and whatever. So a lot of his tech is like based on countering what I do in general and stuff like that. Like, and he's great. Like on the channel, he's always up for like all of it, man. It's been awesome having him as part of it. Like it was something that kind of like started out as a bit of a laugh. Like he was like not up to much. I said, come along to a tournament I'm going to today. That was his like first time really playing, and then I was like, bro, if you want to get good at this, should we do a training camp? And then we just did the solo Beyblading thing, and he's kind of been like a staple of the channel since. But yeah, so I'm gutted, not gonna lie. It's very sad, not so much for see him going, but he's like a friend of the family, someone I see like every week, spend a lot of time like doing battles and like going up to tournaments with. So, yeah, sad to see him going, but it doesn't mean that he's dead to the world. He will still be in the Philippines, hopefully getting to Beyblade it up, but it will probably mean some changes for content for the channel, and I'm not going to go on about it now. I have actually got another channel in the works where I will probably be doing more stuff along the lines of TCG and TTRPG type things. But again, that's not something that's happening immediately. For people who have been around the channel for a bit, you already know that I'm a fucking mega nerd on all things like Dungeons and Dragons, and pretty much every collectible card game that's ever been made, I've been like super autistic about at some point. And recently I've been doing a lot more D&D stuff. Again, I like to Dungeon Master IRL, but I've been doing a lot of kind of like online campaigns for people recently. And I'm currently in the process of writing like a bunch, like 4 different campaigns at the moment for a few different groups that are building. So the fact that I put that much time into it, like I do with the Beyblade stuff, I'm very much one of those guys whose my hobby is making content about my hobbies. So yeah, at some point expect to see Blade's Dungeon Gaming appear.
Dungeon gaming, oh my god. That sounds sick.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Nanashi.
Yeah, dead to us now.
You'll have to put together a
We'll miss him.
montage thing and have like see you again and played in the background.
In memoriam.
Just get other people to like give quotes of their favorite Nanashi moments.
Yeah, yeah,
over the-
yeah. I'll get some footage of him in like a white shirt and pants running through like a grassy field to like compile like quotes over and stuff.
Pegasus in hand.
Bro, imagine.
You taking Pegasus with him?
What? Is he fuck? Is he fuck?
It is yours, but you say he uses it more often than.
Well, yeah, he uses it more often because he's actually good with it. But if I give it to him, the channel's in the same situation it was before, where I can't test stuff against Pegasus. Where if I had another one, I'd sort him out with it straight away. But I mean, he's going to be going to the Philippines, so like, if I can get a fucking code for him, it'll be easier to get it over to him from there, probably. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he'll have his dagger with him. He'll be fine.
bro, he's got his whole fucking Beyblade collection. I've already gifted him. He doesn't need Pegasus as well. He's powerful enough as it is. All right, boys. Well, thank you again for joining me on a ramble. Sorry it's been such a large gap in between. I'll try and get my shit together, and but we still got 2 more weeks of Ramadan, so inshallah, brothers, I will be back.
Hang in there.